afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back once again to Fat Cat Collections. Today, folks, kind of a different product, and this is very exciting for me because I am a huge car buff, right? I love customizing cars. I got 4 vehicles in my lineup. I got a 2006 Toyota Camry Solara Coupe. I got a 2000 Accord Coupe. I got a 2003 Jaguar S-Type, and now, most recently, a 2003 regular cab Dodge Ram pickup. These vehicles are my favorites. Some folks buy vehicles, they get tired of them, they sell them. When I get a vehicle, it's forever. It's like a marriage for me. I guess not for everybody, because we know 50% of marriages fail. But also 50% of marriages succeed. So with me, like I said, I generally am not the kind of person that kind of rotates stuff. When I get something, I generally hold on to it forever. It just really depends if it's something that gets used. A little different. Some watches I will get rid of, but for the most part, when I buy stuff, it's forever, right? I'm very selective about what I buy, and it has to be something that, is for me. And that's one thing I always instill in this channel, is do things for you and for what you like. And if you do that, if you're not trying to impress other people or worry about what other people think, you're ultimately going to be able to get a car, hold on to it forever. Now, of course, people do develop problems with their cars, and if you don't have the skill set to be able to take care of it, it might be a nuisance. I totally understand that. But for me personally, it's always going to remain. I'm always going to have these vehicles in my collection. So the most recent one, the Dodge truck, that's the vehicle that's going to be featured in this video. And again, this is a little bit unorthodox video for what I normally do. Normally, I show you this stuff in the office. And the reason I mainly do these kinds of reviews like this, because one, I don't edit. I want to keep these videos nonchalant, just like me and you were sitting here BSing, very informal. I don't want any of these videos to come across like a movie. I want this to be a real, honest, opinionated review, right? And that's what you get on Fat Cat Collections. So it's going to be a little bit difficult. Again, some people who are really looking to be entertained and really looking to have this perfectly edited video, you should probably just not watch it. For me, I'm going to give you my honest opinions on these products. And what's great about when you come to a channel like this and you listen to what I have to say, I have a pretty good skill set with a lot of different things. And, even when we compare this stuff to watches, you can see all kinds of different lighting systems out there. The prices are all over the board. But I can give you my honest opinion. And again, in this video, I am going to edit this a little bit in order for you guys can see, so you guys can see some of the pictures. You can always see some most recent pictures I threw up on my Instagram account if you want to do that. If you don't want to, wait to the end of the video or whatever. But by the time you watch this video, I will somehow edit in either some extra footage. I'll do my best to try to edit this together where it's somewhat watchable. Now, the 2 kits, again, are by a company called SEALIGHT. When they reached out and said, hey, we want to send you some ambient lighting, I said, oh, great. I've been looking to get something like that for the Dodge. Free is always good, right? But I was a little bit skeptical on these kits because I have installed kits like this on other vehicles. And a lot of times, although the pricing is amazing, sometimes, it can be a little bit troublesome, a little bit difficult to get these things mounted and secured properly. I have to tell you, this is the kit that I will go to should I have to buy another one for one of my other vehicles. I do want to add one to my Jaguar. I'm definitely going to get the SEALIGHT kit. Hopefully I can collaborate with them again. They can send another one. If not, this is definitely something that I'm gonna get, right? I mean, I now with the experience I have with it, I'm really impressed at some of the installation parts you get with it, and very impressed with the performance. So, all right, so now, I do have on my Solara, again, a very generic LED kit. It works. It's okay. It was cheap, 20 bucks. This is much better. The brightness is much better. And again, the installation is the thing for me that's very important. Now, what do I mean by that? So these lights, again, are encased in sort of a weather-resistant tube. What I want you guys to do is when you're watching this video, just click the link in the description. It'll take you to their Amazon listing, and you can see the up-close pictures and read more about it. I'm just going to give you guys my opinion on this product. So I installed the Underdash kit. They sent me one of the Underdash kits. This has 4 smaller tubes about 8 inches in length, and I'll confirm that in a second. And then, of course, their Underglow Fantasy Colors kit. I'm not going to spend a lot of time in the box. Normally, companies, when they reach out, have 2 options. You can either have me review it in my office and showcase the product, or what I would rather do is talk about it after it's installed, after I get to use it. I'm really happy with this stuff. So let's start with install. So one thing that's a little bit annoying, especially for a guy who's not really, I know what it's like to get something, want to throw it in your car, and sometimes the install, especially when I was younger, may sacrifice a little bit because you're so excited just to get it done. Perfect example is that I've seen guys not fuse things. I've seen guys not secure stuff like this. It's very important to install this correctly. Now, one thing that's really going to help you with this is that all these neon or these LED kits have double-sided sticky like 3M tape on the back. And I'll tell you, the surface has got to be pretty clean in order for this to adhere. That's been my experience with other kits. Now, one thing I do recommend you do if you are going to install this, you get one of these, is get a can of alcohol and make sure you clean the surface with a little bit of alcohol wherever you're going to put this, just as an extra precaution. They do give you screws and zip ties. Some zip ties. Some small screws, and I'm going to show you these in a second. So very small screws, and of course these kind of almost like silicone straps, right? And you can basically just kind of help attach your strip in different areas around your vehicle. The problem is with stuff like this is when you're putting this on a car, it's very difficult, and you don't really necessarily want to drill a bunch of holes in your underbody to attach something like this. So, which brings me to what I like most about this kit. The double-sided sticky tape is awesome on this. I'm telling you, it's better than any other kit that I've installed, better than any other LED lighting systems that I have around the house. This stuff is great. I mean, I did wipe the surface with alcohol, just with a paper towel, give it a quick wipe, nothing really over the top. The 3M material or whatever material they're using for the double-sided sticky tape is exceptional on this. So let's face it, the underside of a car, your car is probably not as clean as mine on the underside. And I'll tell you, even with mine, you know, this stuff sticks great. So it's going to make it a lot easier for you to install this. I do recommend you put a couple screws in. The LED strip themselves, you can't see it on the Amazon listing, but it does have basically one of these built into the end on each strip. So it has two holes where you can attach it. So what I recommend you do is just put, depending on your vehicle, is do use a couple screws to hold the ends on, okay? Use some of the zip ties. Get a little creative in how you want to secure this, but make sure that you use the double stick tape because that's really going to stick this to your underbody. I was really impressed at how well this worked. The other install issue a lot of guys have is they don't necessarily want to install a switch. You know, you already have this stuff running up into your engine well. You have your wires, you're hooking up to your battery. If you are going to hook this directly up to the battery, do put an inline fuse in. They don't give you an inline fuse in this setup, but you could also use a fuse block tap, which will, again, I'm not going to explain all that to you, but if you haven't used one of those, they're very easy to tap into an existing circuit in your fuse block and to fuse that circuit so you're protecting your wiring in your car. You're not going to have any kind of issues. So I definitely recommend you pick up some of those if you are going to get this. What I love most about it is that it does come with, the underbody kit comes with a remote control, a wireless RF, I believe, remote control that allows you to change the color, turn it on or off. For me, I use the app. And what's awesome about this is that when you're using the app, this is now your switch. You don't have to worry about running through the firewall, you know, getting a switch mounted somewhere where you're going to be able to turn this on or off. You just hook it up to some kind of constant power source. You could hook it up to something that was keyed, just have it on when you're driving or whatever, but I recommend you hook it up to a non-switched power source so you can use this just when you're parked. What's great about the app is that it just works perfectly. The distance is really great on this. Again, it's going to depend upon your phone, of course, in your home, but I use this from probably about 3 bedrooms away up at my folks' house last night. I had my vehicle in one of their garages. It was great. Worked right through the walls, no problem. Right now, it's actually, if I just go ahead and I'm just going to click RAM interior, we'll see if it connects. I'm probably a good 25 feet from the truck right now, and you can see that it is connected. When you go into the app, of course, you'll be able to turn it on or off. Whoops. You have to turn it on. Let me turn it on first. You have to turn it on in order to see the different options. You have the option to change the color. You have music mode where it'll beat to the sound. You can select the sensitivity. You have your preset colors. And then, of course, a color wheel, and you have a color bar. You could change it to whatever you want. Brightness. Whites on these, you have the ability to change the white from warm to cool. It doesn't get super bright white like a shop light. You do have some overlapping colors in there where the white looks kind of like there's a little bit of hues of maybe a little bit of different colors in the RGB, but overall, it's great. I mean, it looks awesome. And you guys will see in this video somewhere, I will piece in some night shots, whether they're photographs or video. We're gonna get an idea what it looks like at night. I did mount this probably about, the truck is lifted about, say about 3 inches. I did mount this kind of underneath the running board on one side. On both sides, excuse me, and then of course I found a kind of open, nice area in the front. I didn't want to attach it anywhere where you're going to be able to see it. Of course, you want to hide the tubes, so to speak. As far as wiring, as far as the length, I'll tell you, if you have a really long truck, like an extended cab, you might have a little bit of a problem being able to reach the rear. By the time you tuck your wires around them, it's the only suggestion I have for this company is to increase the wire size a little bit, or maybe make a longer version. I have a Dodge Ram regular cab, what was it, short bed? Short box. And even with that, I wasn't able to reach the rear bumper. I had to put this kind of where the spare tire was, and I actually removed the spare tire. Not because of this, I do want to get some exhaust pipes in there. So just kind of keep that in mind. The rear, you might have to bring it a little bit farther forward towards your axle. Again, depends on the truck, but still, you're gonna, if you put it in the right location, unobstructed, it'll be able to shine some light down and kind of give you that diffused look, like the vehicle's floating on a bed of light. Fantastic. I love this. I love the ability to be able to turn this on or off remotely from my phone. One thing I would suggest for this company, I don't know if they could do it, is to maybe put in some kind of timer settings. It'd be really great. I haven't seen anybody do this on an LED kit before, is to have a timer where you can set like this thing to automatically go on or off. That would be fantastic. Because sometimes you want to, let's say you're going to park your vehicle in your driveway. Maybe I'm just a big kid. You want to park your car in your driveway, have it on for a couple hours, and then have it turn off. That would be a great addition. I don't think anybody makes anything like that. So, SEALIGHT, integrate that into your next generation of these products. Other than that, one thing I didn't realize with this kit compared to other kits I have, believe it or not, some of the other kits that I've installed in the past, you basically have your 2 long tubes and your 2 short tubes, and they basically have your control box. You run the wires, long tube, short tubes. Well, that's a problem. You can't really get around. You don't have enough wire to get the short tube to the back, right? Because they're putting the short tube in the front. Again, that was probably just a very inexpensive kit I bought when they first came out. This kit basically, on one side you'll have short tube, long tube, other side long tube, short tube. So what you'll do is you'll run it to one side of the vehicle, put in the long tube, then you'll reach the back, put in the short tube. On the front, you're going to start with the short tube, put it around the side, go to the long tube for the other side. So really well thought out. Pricing on this is great, 45 bucks, and you get a $15 off coupon right now. That's for the underbody kit. If you want to go with the interior kit, it's basically the exact same kit. You just have roughly, they look like they're about 8-inch tubes. Again, click the listing, check it out. Both products are in the description of this video. It does have the cigarette lighter, which I actually normally hardwire stuff in, but in my case, I had an extra cigarette lighter kind of down low where I can kind of plug this in and hide it. I just went that route. I may change it down the road. I may not. We'll see. It does have an onboard remote as well. You can kind of tack that. That'll allow you to change the color, the modes, turn it on or off. And you can also use the Bluetooth remote, which I basically just hid the remote because I'm going to be using it with this. This is a lot easier for me to turn this on or off. Now, the only downside to this is if, let's say you are driving with this, which you shouldn't be, and let's say you have it on bright blue, and let's say you want to turn off on the road, don't be looking at your phone to turn this stuff off. Make sure you pull over. We don't want to be looking at our phones. But as far as a little bit more about the specifics on these, and again, I encourage you to read about it yourself, but 16 million color combinations. It is Bluetooth control. Again, the underbody kit does have the small credit card remote that comes with it. The ambient strip for your interior does not. It just has kind of an onboard wired-in remote control. Not a deal breaker for me. Works great. It is weather resistant, both kits. That's really about it. There's not really much else I really need to read to you. Now, it does have one mode in here that I'm a little bit confused on. It has velocity mode. I haven't really put that to the test yet. Now, I think what that does is as you accelerate or decelerate, it will actually change the brightness of these strips. based on the, I guess, the gyroscope in your phone. Not something I'm going to be using. I just basically want the thing on or off with one specific color, but still pretty cool that it has that. I've also seen some kits where they wire in a brake light lead, which this is not one of these kits that allows you, when you hit the brake, it'll actually turn all the lights red for whatever color you have. Again, this doesn't have that that setup. As far as the app is concerned, I did have a little bit of an issue in the instructions. Again, they need to fix this, but in the instructions, it listed download the app, but I couldn't find where it mentioned the app. So I actually found the app by going back to the listing and seeing the brand SEALIGHT. So maybe I missed it, not really sure, but if it's not in the instruction manual, they do need to add that. Music mode, it'll change color and speed and rhythm in real time. We've all seen that before. Again, 16 million colors, jump, fade, combo, 4 different scenes. And that's really about it. You know, a lot of these kits are very similar, but what I like about this is that for the price, it's amazing. You get Bluetooth capability. You get the ability to change the colors up, turn it on or off remotely with your phone. And I am going to test this. I do have an Android deck in the truck, and I think I'm going to test this today and see if I can add that app to the system in the truck and then be able to do it from the dash. And I believe you will be able to do that as well, which is fantastic. You can just do that right in the dash. So very, just an excellent way to control your LED lighting. I like this company so much, I did reach out again and say, hey, can you send me your rock lighting? But they said there's not a market for that right now. So you might see that in the future. Hopefully we get to collaborate again. And if not, I'll just buy a different brand and we'll just use that and see how it works out. But this is fantastic. Great way to customize your vehicle. Again, price point on this $45 with a $14 coupon going right now. Whoops, $15 coupon, excuse me. So you get it for 30 bucks. Ship, pretty amazing. And if you want the Underdash kit, which again you'll see in the video as well, in this video as well, $14.99 with a 30% off coupon today. And I believe the company, by the time you watch this video, you will see a discount code in the description of this video as well. So, there's so many different options on Amazon. What I like about this is that I've tested it, I've used it, it works great. The brightness is amazing, as you'll see in the video. Not bright enough to see during the standard daylight, like during the middle of the day. You will need to operate this in darkness, but granted, my truck is lifted off the ground a little bit. If you were to put this on like a lowered car, which I'll probably get one for my Jaguar, you'll probably be able to see this in the day a little bit better, but not like some of the rock lights out there. Rock lights are going to project the light a lot more than an LED strip kit like this. But I'll tell you, it was awesome. So I'm going to put a link in my Instagram page as well, where you can check out some of the pictures that I uploaded. I encourage you to follow my Instagram account. I'm always posting these different products and giving you guys some extra shots, showing you what it looks like. But really, like I said, a lot of times I just link right to the Amazon listings or the company website, because you have the best pictures right there. But I highly recommend these products if you are going to get an LED kit for your car. Buy this kit for one reason and one reason only. The double-sided stick tape is exceptional, and I'll tell you, I've seen kits before. You stick them on, if the surface isn't completely clean, sometimes even scuffed, it's just falling off, and then you got to replace the whole kit. So with this, it sticks well, it works great, it looks great, and you guys will love it. So, not sure what I'm going to cut in these pictures. Hopefully they've cut in the videos, added the night shots while I'm talking. I just don't, by the time when I'm making this video, I don't really know what I use like a movie maker where I'm just going to piece things together. Not really sure if that'll allow me to show you this stuff. So I'll close on this. If you haven't seen it already during this video, here comes the night shots showing you what it looks like. So thanks for watching, guys. I want to thank SEALIGHT for the generosity in sending these to me. Very happy with them. It's definitely one that I'll recommend to other folks who want to get something like this, and definitely something I'll put on some of my other vehicles. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a fantastic day. Subscribe to the channel and take care.